The Transformers and the G.I. Joe now share a universe, not only in the cinematic format, but in the comic books as well. And I think it's fair we dive into the origins of the Cobra Commander. If you are watching this video and you are new to my channel, welcome, for you get to witness the birth of true evil. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let us begin, because the origins of the Cobra Commander is a complicated one. Our story begins in no man's land, a rest stop for truckers who are usually caught in a storm. They come here to let loose. Unfortunately for them, this was the only rest stop in about 100 miles. And on this stormy, chilly day, in walks the Cobra Commander himself, in a coat and a hat and a faceless mask, looking absolutely out of place. Americans do like Americans do and started to laugh. They found it weird. He looked absolutely ridiculous. The only person who didn't think or say he looked like a clown was the bartender himself. Unfortunately, someone else was so stupid drunk he wasn't watching his mouth. All the Cobra Commander said was, "I need a vehicle," and he decided to clown him, smacking him on his back and telling him he looks like a circus freak. As he left the bar, the Cobra Commander does not take disrespect. So as he left, the commander followed, making a comment that his car would be perfect. But this guy still thought it was best to disrespect him. It was a wrong move, because we just see red. Just a lot of red. Not even realizing what just transpired, the bartender came out to catch the guy. He didn't pay for his drinks, only for him to see, or rather, she saw it first. A corpse in the freezing snow and a whole lot of blood. Now, I think it's best we take a step back and realize where the Cobra Commander just came from. You see, he was part of a community, a bio-organic community that never trusted technology. From their food to their clothing to their transportation, all was organic. And in this very harmonious community, chaos was brewing. Because you see, the people were in a frenzy. A crowd had assembled at the base of the science center, trying to break in, trying to apprehend the scientists who had taken it upon themselves to introduce technology into the way of life of a bio-organic race. This was blasphemy. They wanted every single scientist dead. And honestly, they wanted to run. Matter of fact, they were about to run. Except the leader of the cowards got a bullet to his brain. Behind him stood the Cobra Commander, still wearing his normal mask. He demanded for the men of science to stand and fight while putting multiple bullets in the coward. "We are scientists. Open the gates now. Let them come. Let them die." He passed around grenades of his own making, and as soon as people came in, he tossed it and shot. He didn't give a damn if they went up in smoke, only to turn around and see the live grenade he handed to others to throw. They didn't throw it. They didn't get the concept. And he was absolutely terrified. You could see it in his face. He knew he was screwed, because as soon as that grenade went off, he was engulfed in the flame as well. With his body melted and scarred and burnt, he went and underwent treatment. And as I said before, this was an organic race. They had no technologies, just straight up tentacles and snakes. From the life support system down to the lights itself, everything was alive. And he found this uncomfortable. He felt his people were backwards. Looking to his left, he saw the only thing that wasn't organic in this room, his helmet. Now the only thing left to hide his horrible disfigurement. He felt like a failure. And to top it all off, he was already summoned by the Emperor, because he had committed an atrocity and he had to pay for it. But as usual, he was never the enemy. He did this for his people, and he carried himself as such. Even while the people on the streets looked at him as a monster, he didn't feel like a monster. He felt like a hero. But in the presence of the Emperor, he remembers his place. "I brought you from nothing. You were nothing till I gave you purpose. And you do this to me?" The commander tries to explain himself, explaining that he did this for his people. He should be honored. Where is the gratitude from my people for what I have done, for trying to bring them into a new age? The Emperor told him, "Shut up. I know you instigated the riots. This was all your plan. You did this, and so you will pay. For you see, I didn't heal you to stand judgment. I healed you so I could watch you die myself. Begin. And just like that, soldiers from the shadows emerged, and they struck. The commander was quick on his feet. He wasn't no warrior, and he knew it, expressing, I am sorry. I am not much of a warrior, my lord. I prefer others doing the fighting for me. Putting his hands in his pockets, he unveils a collection of 4 robots who took to flight. As soon as they were airborne, they went for the guards and burrowed into the guards' flesh. As they stood there, they were dying from the inside out. The robots were doing their job, and the commander took advantage. Do you see your highly trained guards brought to their knees by such menial things? I could do better. I could protect our people. Give me permission, my lord. Give me permission to prove myself, show you my undying loyalty, and make you strong. Stronger than you can ever imagine. Strong enough to rule the world. And as the emperor heard this, he smiled, giving him permission to embark on this journey to provide protection and strength for his people. The Cobra Commander had won. Heading back to his lab, he had something in storage, something only him and the other scientists knew. Typing in the code, he unlocked the storage at the back of the lab, and we see who is in that storage. None other than Megatron himself, bound, missing 2 arms. The Cobra Commander reveals that while all the other scientists were trying to make communication to be friendly, he just went straight for Megatron's mind. And because of this, he knows. He knows about the war. He knows about the Autobots and Decepticons. He knows about the Energon. And using this information, he was going to track down every Cybertronian he could get his hands on, utilizing the same signal being emitted from Megatron himself. He was embarking on a journey to unlock the secrets of Energon. It not only powers, it transforms. And this powers will be his to command. And we see that Megatron wasn't as out as everyone thinks. Megatron lives, and he had a plan. Back at the present though, we continue our story with the Cobra Commander and his new ride, enjoying the sunset before they are interrupted by a guard who was put in place to watch over the Cobra Commander, keep him safe, and keep him on mission. As they scour the globe, looking for Cybertronians, the Cobra Commander makes it clear, do not question me. Your simple mind cannot comprehend my mission. So just do as you're told and drive. His guard also wondered why the commander was not undercover, but the commander didn't want to be. He wanted people to show their stupidity up front. Now enough with the questions, just drive. For we have a long journey ahead of us, and this world will know the name Cobra Commander. And we see exactly where they're heading, to a little shack by the bayou. And on the door of this shack, we see a group's name. The Cobra Commander is about to meet the Dreadnoughts.